Oh, how I love the summertime. I love the warmth of the sun, and the brush of the breeze on my skin. I love how the light dances and sparkles in the water. But like all things, the summer must die, and the winter will come, and the earth will be cold and hard.
There's a bittersweet irony in cutting something down at its moment of greatest beauty and radiance, just so that we may occasionally hold it in our gaze, finding stimulus in its fragrance and visual purity. Yet, what we are actually witnessing is the process of death and decay, as the petals wither and discolour, and the sweet fragrance turns to stench. Fascinating.
Rose is back.
Let's have some illumination, shall we? After all, without light, the shadow world would not exist. Just as without joy, there would be no sorrow. And without life, there would be no death. But death is just an illusion, merely the beginning of a fantastical journey. And while the residual echoes of your earthly existence dim and fade away, you can fulfill your destiny, for you are destined for a place of salvation, earned through a certain manner of death. The Norsemen knew it, as did the Romans and the Spartans. The manner of death has a consequence for the afterlife. This I know. It's all just like the laws of the universe, an irresistible force, like gravity. Back of the net. Or the essence of the sacred breath, fueling the life force that flows within each of us. Like magnetism, with many constituent parts held together by a singular force exerting its control. And don't forget, the direction your shoes face when you walk will affect your view of both where you've come from and where you're going to. Pa, ooh la la, how you say, slut. That's pretty full. Not yours though, is it? It's that sweaty fat pig's you married. Apply the powder, assume the disguise. After all, it hides a multitude of sins. Hide my sins, hide my sins. Oh, hide my sins, hide my sins, hide my sins, hide my sins. I've got a multitude of them. And here's the secret weapon. Ruby lips. Can't think what reaction you were hoping to get with this. Huh. Sticky. Oh, and of course, we have to make sure the disguise hasn't slipped. Oh, look at me. Am I pretty? Am I sexy?
Hello?
Hi, it's Hope Williams. You're right. Coping all right on your own. Oh, what am I talking about? Of course you are. Silly me. Bet you're getting up to all kinds of craziness.
Yes.
Oh, Rose, you do make me laugh. When's your parents get back?
Day after tomorrow.
All right. You're not seen my mum and our little Johnny, have you?
No.
Oh, well, it's just that she said she's going to call in on her way to me gran's. You know, she promised your mum she'd check you all right. My gran phoned and said they never went. If they do pop in, could you ask her to give us a call? Because everyone's starting to get a little bit worried, like.
Okay.
Okay, then. I'll see you at school next week. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye, Rose.
Believe me, I'm not doing anything you would do.
I want to preach to you what I feel led of God. Now, there's some things in here I got to preach to you. I got to watch this clock. But there are some keys in here I think the Lord wants us to talk about tonight. Amen. The storm, it's a horrendous storm. Amen. Let's look a little bit. We're going to put some blame. Let's just look back a minute. I see a council before they were staying in a harbor. Amen. Fairhaven. But once you look here, what happened? The next day, they lightened the ship. They lightened the ship. That was the first day. The third day, we cast out the tackling. First day of the storm, it's they. The third day, it's we. He stealed away and talked to God, and he stepped back out in the midst of that storm. They had already threw the wheat overboard, all the cargo overboard, all the tackling overboard. All they had was what was under their feet. Amen. Is that what the storm is going to do to you and I? And when we look around, that's all that's left of that big voyage we has taken. That south wind turned into a Euroclydon wind. It does every time. Isn't it something something else to go on. Amen. Besides that preacher to get up and point that bony finger in their face and say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. But you know what we're trying to do? You know why we strain and our eyeballs pop out and our heart speeds up and we bust a gun? Amen. I'm trying to tell you there's a storm coming and we don't need to leave the harbor.
We've had a windfall.
A windfall?
Yes, Your Grace.
You have done well, child. You will be rewarded.
Shall I expect you at 10?
That will be divine. Tell me, is there enough for 2 more blades?
There's still some work to do, but there'll be plenty to go round.
Is the meat tender?
I don't think you'll be disappointed. I've got something very special, just for you. Thank you, Your Grace.
We have black. And of course, we have white. Well, everyone has a bit of black and white in them, don't they? And the pull each one exerts shapes our thoughts and actions, readying us for the challenges and hardships that lie ahead, taking us beyond the cosy fit of the status quo, that we may embark on voyages of adventure and discovery, stepping into new realities and states of being, prepared for the storm that will engulf us throughout the long night of the soul.
That's right, dear. The tide is turning. You'll not want to miss it. Best wrap up. There's It's going to be a squall tonight. Things are going to get a bit choppy. Chop, chop, chop.
276
Time to glam up. We don't want to disappoint, do we? Ah, the wind's getting up. Time is getting short. Hurry now. We'll soon be here. Quickly. He's with us.
All aboard.
Oh, how I love the summertime.